Such a great game. I loved it from start to finish. Can't say the same for the Sixers' third game with James Harden. Except this time the Knicks had a lead, but the whole time watching their lead, we all know what was going to happen. Eventually, the big man was going to take over.
So let me just make sure we're on the same page. Are we bing-bonging these Knicks still?
No.
Or is that retired?
We've been gone. It was bing gone. It's not big bong.
So are we going to complain about the Knicks and their lottery
We're not going to talk about the Knicks. We're going to talk about the big three being together.
Let's do that. Okay,
for
cool.
the 76ers.
And so you brought up the MVP race. A lot of that's going to have to do with standings. If DeMar DeRozan has a better record than Joel Embiid and Giannis, I feel like he may win the award.
No chance.
That being said, the big three of Philly have been terrific. And James Harden's court sense and also his playmaking ability has been a common influence on their squad. He and Joel Embiid working seamlessly together. But the beneficiary to all of this, Tyrese Maxey, our guy. And he's somebody we've had on the show. He's somebody that we felt like had major potential in the NBA. And now all of a sudden with this big three, he's really just gone to a different level. An array of shots off the dribble, late in the shot clock, in transition, for two, for three, getting to the free throw line. Like, for this 21-year-old player to already be performing at this level, the sky's going to be the limit for him as the third member of their big three.
And when you look at these highlights, like he's just so quick and so strong, and he can shoot and he can play make. I mean, look at that. Like that's an impossible shot. It looks like Steph Curry there. And there was some question about, well, if James Harden comes in, does that mean we're going to get less from Maxey? But the opposite has happened, and why?
Because they both get a chance to share ball handling responsibilities. And the thing about Harden's game is, you know, when we watch Luka, we acknowledge how he doesn't allow the defense to quote-unquote speed him up. That's what James Harden does. He's a master at that. I've called him the most unique weapon the NBA has seen, because no other player is going to lead the league in total points, total assists, total free throws, and total threes made. He's done that. And that won't happen at the point of anyone else's career. And so for James to now have Maxey is like a salt and pepper, like a yin and yang. Somebody he can advance the ball to, and he can be a blur. Harden's gonna need 8, 9, 10 dribbles to warm it up. He's the oven. Tyrese Maxey is the microwave. You see what I mean? And so that's why Maxey's gonna continue to be able to thrive. And then a youthful enthusiasm and humility. So Thibault doesn't want to shoot the ball. He wants to lock down and play defense. And you saw the post game. They were sitting up. Maxey was sitting next to Joel, and they said, hey, what got you going? And I think he scored 21. Harden scored 19 in the first half. Maxey scored 21 in the second half. He says Harden looked at him and asked him, was he going to play today? And so a lot of things stood out to me in that. But here's the number one thing that stood out to me, that he's not, quote-unquote, going to be a threat to Embiid and James Harden. He ain't going to be trying to go get on a private plane with Michael Rubin and Meek Mill. You know what I mean? Like he's going to have his own lane. He's going to be TikToking. He's going to be NFTing. He's just going to be doing some stuff they're not doing. And so based on that and his productivity since James Harden has joined the team, it has been incredible to see what that big three has been able to accomplish over these past few games.
Absolutely. Now, the big three on paper by the roster and the salaries is supposed to be Tobias Harris, James Harden, and Joel Embiid. But some tells me Tobias, Maxey, Harden, Embiid. That's going to be a tough out in the playoffs. And the playoffs are happening right now because we showed you the Eastern Conference standings. Like, everything is so tight that every game has that playoff intensity, as we saw last night. Now, Jalen, something happened at this game that was more impressive than any highlight we've already shown you. And for that, you and I need to review the video and go to the table. What Ja Morant did on the basketball court the other night was pretty impressive, but this is more impressive from outside the court. From out of bounds, no warm-up, in street clothes, Meek Mill hits like a 40-footer. Jalen, you give me 15 tries, I might not even hit one. What do you think of this from Meek?
Here's the impressive thing about these videos. Number one, he's wearing a hat. Two, he's wearing a jacket. Three, he's wearing ice. And also he's wearing wrist wear. And so for him to step up with his lace-ups And those ain't the largest jeans ever. You see what I mean?
It's a lot working against him there.
You know what I'm saying? But he'll step up and knock it down Steph Curry style on one try. Now, you know what? That look like Steph Curry. You know what? That's Steph Curry right there. Trae Young.
But look at, you've got 20,000 people looking at you. You're wearing a hat forward, which I could never shoot a basketball. You said a jacket is not the biggest. That's not a triple XL jacket either. And you brought up the most important point. All the jewelry on the wrist. Like, if you even just the 20,000 people watching me alone, I would probably have a panic attack and run through the tunnel after missing twice. Like, this is one of the most impressive things that I've seen this NBA season. Meek Mill, we at Jalen and Jacoby salute you for your jump shot.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.